Hello, my name is Dr. Rudy Rosen, and I'm your instructor for Texas Aquatic Science and Introduction. I'm a research professor at the Meadows Center for Water and the Environment at Texas State University. I recently wrote the textbook, Texas Aquatic Science, in cooperation with Texas Parks and Wildlife Department and the Hart Research Institute for Gulf of Mexico Studies at Texas A&M University at Corpus Christi. Texas Aquatic Science was modeled after the Missouri Department of Conservation's curriculum, Conserving Missouri's Aquatic Ecosystems, from which some of the text and illustrations were drawn and used or adapted. Funding for our work was provided by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's Sport Fish Restoration Program and the Ewing-Hussle Foundation, San Antonio. This lesson is adapted from that book published by and available from the Texas A&M University Press. Production of this lesson and video, in part, was funded by a grant from the National Science Foundation through the Research Coordination Network for Climate, Energy, Environment, and Engagement in Semi-Arid Regions. Today's lesson is on water for people and the environment. To help focus today's lesson, here are a few questions to consider. What is the purpose of the Clean Water Act? What kind of water pollution is the Act intended to prevent? Why does the Act not stop all water pollution? What is watershed action planning? What should people where you live consider when conducting watershed action planning? In Texas, who owns the surface water? Who owns groundwater? Since all water is connected, why do we have different systems of regulation for surface water and groundwater? What is a water right? What are the impacts of prior allocation? What is rule of capture? What rights and responsibilities are associated with rule of capture? What are environmental flows, and how are they obtained? What will influence Texas's water supply into the future? And last, in your opinion, should the future of Texas's water quality and quantity be driven by laws or by voluntary actions?